Hi guys. So, third time's the charm. Alright, I hope you guys are having fun in this amazing solitude time in our lives. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys have heard Michelle wants us teachers to send some links or some videos of us dancing out to our students, so just to keep you guys moving and active. So I'm gonna show you guys some different moves and focus a lot on some technique aspects of it. So I want you guys to work on those. And of course I know how it is, so if you guys don't actually end up working on it, I want you guys to at least think about it and think about all the different technique aspects of it and stuff. So the first thing we're going to work on is our développé and our enveloppé. So développé means to develop. So if you're here in passe, you're going to develop your leg out, and enveloppé is to envelop, so you're going to bring it back in. So what we're going to work on in that is keeping our leg turned out. So just like in our tendu, look at my foot. So as I tendu out, the thing that is leading my foot is my heel. Okay, my toes are going to stay back. And then when I bring it back in, I'm going to bring my toes back. The very first thing that I do is bring my toes back. Okay, so it's the same thing in your développé. Okay, if I'm developing out to the front, okay, my thing that is very front in my passe is my heel. So as I come out, my heel is going to lead my leg out. Okay, and when I come back in, so I envelop it back in, the thing that's going to lead me is my knee, because if I leave my knee there, then I would turn my leg in. So as I am coming back in, I'm going to pull my knee back. It's going to lead me back. Okay, so it's the same thing to the back, derriere. As I go out, my toes are the very back thing in my passe. Okay, my heel is front, my toes are back. So as I go back, my toes are leading me. And then when I come back in, I want to bring my knee in once again. Okay, pulling it back in nice and tight. Alright, so really focus on what your foot is doing, where it's positioned, and keeping your knee out to your side. Now to get to our développé, a lot of the time, we're going to bring it up to our knee, just like that. So the first thing we do, like I said, is pull our toes back and then into a sur le coup de pied. Okay? Once we're there, we're just going to draw it up nice and easy to where we're in a nice passe. We're just our big toe is touching. Okay? So all the time in our bar work, I'll do bring it up in passe and then develop it out and down. Okay, so kind of think about that technique and stuff. The second thing we're going to talk about is a fondu. So fondu means to melt, so that probably means we're going to be plieing in. So the first thing you do in a fondu is you're going to bring your foot to coupe. It's usually just a front or a back coupe. And you're going to bend your legs, and then when you go out, you're just going to extend it to either a tendu, 45, 90, wherever you want to bring it. So as you are extending your leg out, you're developing it out, you want to make sure that both your bent leg, your standing leg, and your working leg are extending at the exact same time. Okay? We don't want to stand and then bring that leg out. That's weird. So as we are fonduing, we come here, and then we reach this half bent, half attitude, and then we extend all the way. Okay? It has to happen in every position. Okay? Yeah, so that's fondu. Make sure your foot is in that coupe position, keeping our knee out in every position you are in. Yeah. So some other things I want to work on. The first thing, really quick, is an ensemble. It means to assemble, which I'm sure all of you know how to do this one. So all you do, usually, I don't know, you're in fifth position, you jump out, I'm going to bring my back foot out, I'm going to jump and bring my feet together. Okay, so it's one leg jump, my other leg is in the air, and then I bring it together. So it's an ensemble. Okay, you can do that from any position really. Yeah, we'll do those a lot in class. Yeah. The next thing is a pony step. I don't know if we've done that. So the pony step in jazz is just kind of like this. It's a down, up, down movement and switching your legs. But in ballet, we like to make it a lot bigger and more expanding kind of thing. So as I go, I'm gonna jump out, and then this leg, it's gonna come into an attitude position, and then it's gonna come up and then back down. And then I'm gonna bring this leg out and then up, down. Okay, as I do that, I'm moving forward. My legs stay in an attitude position the whole time. All right, so think about that. Attitude's weird, it's hard. If you wanna add your arms, say I'm moving to the right, okay? The first step I'm gonna take is on my right foot, and then I step on my left, and then right. As I do that, my arms are gonna come open into a second. I'm gonna stay here. And as I jump to my left foot, my arms cross. And then here. And then open and cross. Okay? So it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. Yeah, I like those. One last thing. I promised you guys I would teach you this in our zigzag. So as we do our tombe, pas de bourrée, glissade, leap, okay, so how we switch to our next side is we're gonna bring our legs up together into a sous-sus, and then as we land, I'm gonna bring my back leg out. Okay, so it's gonna look like something like that. Okay, cannot remember the name of it in my life, so sorry. But yeah, so as we go, I bring my legs up in a sous-sus, and then I bring it out. Okay, you can do that here too. Okay, so that's fun. Try and work on that. Really make sure your legs are tight, right? Yeah, that's all I have for you guys right now. I'll send out another video next week with some more material for you guys to think about. If you have any questions at all, text me or call me. Your parents have my phone number. Phone number's on this website. Yeah, give me questions. Make me know that you're working on it. Okay, bye.